Education is not a commodity, but rather is a process. And in the democracy, it has a particular feature. And again, we've argued this here before, that in every society, whether it's a totalitarian or authoritarian society, medieval Saudi Arabia, fascist Germany, apartheid South Africa, all those places want their kids to stay away from drugs, do their homework, show up on time, learn the subject matters, right? So what makes a democracy different? And we need to be in a very loud voice in this period of Yes We Can. We need to say that in a democracy, we believe as an article of faith in the incalculable value of every human being. Every human being is worthy. And that means that we do not teach for obedience and conformity, but rather we teach for initiative, courage, imagination, creativity, and so on. And that means that we take as an article of faith that that the full development of any individual depends on the full development of everyone. And conversely, the full development of everyone is the condition for the full development of anyone. How are we doing by that standard? Policy, not so well. We still have, and it's increasing, the savage inequalities. In terms of curriculum teaching, not so well. Because, as Greta said at the beginning, do we teach for people to ask these hard questions of the world? Who am I in the world? How did I get here? How might my conditions change? How might things be otherwise? So I could go on, but I won't. And what I've argued again and again over the last few months is whatever you get yourself into an impulse to put a press on the new administration, do this or do that. We have to have an equal press on ourselves. What are we doing? Remember, Lyndon Johnson, who passed the furthest reaching civil rights legislation in history, was not part of the civil rights movement. And FDR wasn't part of the labor movement. And Lincoln never belonged to an abolitionist party. So what the hell happened? How did those three do what they did? They did what they did because of movements on the ground. And if you spend all your time wishing Obama would live up to your fantasies of who he is, you're going to be wasting your energy and wasting your time. We have a responsibility to act now because it's in our hands. Arnie Duncan, when he was CEO of the Chicago schools, because it's a business, don't forget. When he was CEO of the Chicago Public Schools, a group of parents drove the military off of a high school campus, and he opposed it, and they won. If they waited for Duncan to agree with them, they'd still be waiting. A group of teachers at Curie High School got rid of some standardized tests, and Duncan opposed them, but they won. If they were waiting for Duncan to get it right, they'd still be waiting. Why are we waiting? Nothing to wait for. Get busy, be an activist, make the change inside yourself, in your own community, build a movement, and things will change. Thanks very much.